Hey there, YouTube. I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you all had a great weekend out there. Nothing special here, but enjoyed my weekend. Lots of football, a little bit of cleaning, got some outdoor time, and yeah, life is good. Anyhow, today I want to talk to you about adapting my raw food diet to work for you. Not me, but you. Guys, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please go down and hit that subscribe button. Then click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. I've finally figured it out. I was laying in bed last week and this started rambling around in my head. And I've kind of thought it before, but I just say it right out. My diet is not relatable to most people. It's not going to be relatable to most people. So maybe take a step back and don't try to make it relatable. I've always just kind of hoped, well, number one, I've been vegan 9 years, over 9 years now. June was 9 years. And the whole time I've been vegan, I've lived a very odd life when compared to average people, you know, that have families that are in the day-to-day or whatever. So like I say, and also too, I've spent way too much time by myself over the last 9 years. And I just do a lot of things that I've just realized, you know, from the questions that people ask me and whatever, that's just not going to really be the way for most people to do this that live in normal situations. You know, if you follow me on Instagram or if you've seen a number of what I eat in a day videos here, you see that I'm ridiculously simple and I'm not trying to be anything. Let me make that very clear about every bite of food that I've ever shared on any social media or YouTube or anything. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. I'm not sitting around going, okay, I'm going to do this, 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 and this for a YouTube video or for some content on social media. So it comes naturally for me. It's just very easy. And in a lot of ways, there's patterns that I have that carry over from when I wasn't vegan. Like I could seriously, even back before I was vegan, if I found something that I enjoyed eating, I could just eat it over and over and over and over and over. Before I moved to Costa Rica 19 years ago, you know, Latin America, rice and beans is everywhere. I went a month before, I wasn't vegan back then, eating nothing but rice and beans. So the point being is I'm just a little bit different cat. So I just kind of wanted to talk today about like how maybe you can adapt some of the things I share here. What do I consider the important parts of my diet, and then a whole food plant-based diet in general. And how, you know, for some people, like for some reason, they're not going to do a fully raw food diet and they sabotage themselves by hanging on to this, even though they've never been successful at it. Once again, like I always have to mention, I'm just throwing different options and giving you things to think about out there. I'm never discouraging anybody from doing a fully raw food diet, not a bite of cooked food, if that's working for you. But the important things for me, and these are the things I want you to take away from how I'm eating. The fruit, no matter whether you're fully raw, 50% raw, maybe you're not even whole food plant-based yet. The fruit is so good for us. It's, you know, the juicier fruits, it's hydrating, it's just so good. So fruit from day one has been a big percentage of the volume of my food, a big percentage of the calories of my food. The other day I was just jokingly thinking to myself, like, wish I could push a button and see how many bananas I've eaten in 9 years, and just it would be insane. So fruit is the base there. Greens, getting as many greens in as possible. Once again, any of these elements, you can still be doing this even if you eat cooked food, even if you do this, even if you do that. Greens are still good for us. We need greens. These greens are just so, they're so building. They give us the minerals we need. They're full of life. The sprouts. I'm looking over there right now. I had to toss the first batch of broccoli sprouts. I didn't do them just right, got them a little dense, and had a little mold in there. Started over. The sprouts. I know you're tired of me hearing just repeating the sprouts, but you really got to look into these sprouts. I've been eating lentil sprouts almost daily for a year now, and they're just so much a part of my life. I just can't even, they're just like secondhand nature. I have them on my salads and I have them in my smoothies, and sometimes I'm not even thinking about it and I just put them in something. So the sprouts. Hemp seeds. Hemp seeds are like one of my like hemp seeds are a good thing for me because they're better ratio for the omega-3 fat. They're full of protein. They work very well in salad dressings and different sauces and different recipes. So it's just a whole round thing. So I've always had like I feel like I got to get to the store immediately or put it on my list if I ever run out of hemp seeds, which I generally don't. I overlap. So definitely look into the hemp seeds. Yeah, the other seeds are great too. Somebody always asks, well, what about blah, blah, blah? Well, I'm not an encyclopedia. I can't include everything just because I say, yeah, I like hemp seeds. Doesn't mean I don't like chia seeds or other kinds of seeds. It's just that that's what I use a lot. In fact, I do like chia seeds and need to buy some. And then other little things that I do around that are, well, another one of my big part of my whole food philosophy is variety. Variety. Getting as many different fruits and vegetables in our body each week, as many different colors. When I make my salads, I like to have at least 5 or 6 different things in there. You know, I like my lettuce. I use a lot of broccoli slaw. I like broccoli slaw. What else? Chopped purple cabbage, chopped purple onion. People ask me about tomatoes. I like tomatoes okay. I like them okay. I'm not a huge tomato person, but you get the drift there. Just lots of color and lots of variety in there. So variety, that's definitely one of the tenets of my religion. And low fat. Low fat, I definitely am one of the people that recommends low fat, but I don't recommend uber and this just crazy insane level of low fat, because basically I think that's why some of these raw vegans look so dried out. They just look dry and like there's no moisture in them because they don't eat any fat. I think we need fat. We need fat for our brains. We need fat for our skin. We need fat for our hair. But like I say, I think there's like a range in there when I say low fat. It's not necessarily have to be below 10% all the time. It definitely doesn't need to be 2 or 3%. Yes, there's fat in every single thing we eat, a little bit, trace amounts, but I'm talking about real fat. And I don't think you're ever hurting yourself anywhere in the 10 to 20% range, especially for women. I think women probably need a little bit more than us men do. But like I say, once again, part of the way I do things. I'm not saying that everybody should or needs to do things the way I do. Now, for like I'm mentioning here, and I'm not 100% raw. I'm fairly close. I just say that just because it's kind of a disclaimer. But I'll have a potato. Generally, but here's the thing. And that's why I don't believe in the good old slippery slope. When I use cooked food, I have the same mentality I always eat. Now, whether you agree or not, and there's some people out there, there's absolute psychotic raw vegans that are just like, the second they hear anything about cooked, they don't just take what they can use. They have to start going the whole, cooked will kill you, blah, blah, blah. But anyhow, the thing is so many talk about, cooked food is a slippery slope. I don't know why. You just have to keep that same, if you're eating cooked food, even if you prefer to be 100% raw, if you're going to eat cooked food, just do this. Keep the same mentality when you're eating raw food. You can eat garbage for raw food. Just because you're eating raw doesn't mean you're necessarily healthy. You could be eating 4, 5, 6, 7 tablespoons of almond butter a day. That's not healthy, so it's all relative. When I'm eating cooked food, I'm not just out there eating junk. Every once in a while, I'll entertain myself and go get an Ogie pizza or something like that, but that's usually once every several months. Generally, it's nutritional stuff. It's sweet potatoes more than other potatoes. It's other potatoes. Occasionally I'll cook some beans, like we had our first little cool spell and I cooked some beans. The point being is I'm not just eating, it's not, the cooked food isn't just a distraction. I'm not just like eating something because, oh my God, I'm trying to hang on. I need my cooked food, just any type of cooked food. No. Usually 9 times out of 10 when I eat something cooked, it's just because it just fits in that moment and it's based on nutrition. It has no, like I say, I'm making good choices. Bottom line, and I'm rambling, I talk too much sometimes and I should just get straight to it. If you're eating cooked food, make good choices. Eat whole foods when you're eating cooked food. Don't eat processed stuff. And like I always try to encourage, I just can't stress enough how much I like those salads by adding my potatoes to them. If you eat your cooked food, try to have a salad with it. It's going to help with the digestion, and it's just going to kind of keep you closer to that fully raw thing. Why? I get asked a lot of times. It's not like, listen, it's not like we're trying to crack one specific code and we're working our way down to where it's going to be, one exact way everybody eats. So sometimes people are asking, I don't know why. I'm not like some big encyclopedia on this. I just try to do the best I can. I go largely by how I feel. I go by my elimination, my digestion. I go by, my energy level at the time. I do go by my weight. Like, is my weight stable? Is it going up and down a lot? Let's see, what's the last thing? I got a little list down here. I went checking my nutrition. That's why I supplement. Some people aren't into supplementing. Some people don't believe it. Oh, and also, too, every time I mention supplementing or every time I'll mention some product or something I do, I'm not particular to particular names, brands, or whatever. So most of the time when people, what brand of this or that do you use? I'm just like, I don't know. I make them, like if I'm in a new area, for instance, or maybe sometime I have to order on Amazon, I just make the best decision I can. So, but I am always trying to fill in those blanks with the nutrition, i.e. my blackstrap molasses for good boost of calcium and iron. And like I say, I supplement B12, I supplement D3, and I supplement zinc. I just like to get a little zinc in there. Oh, and I take a vegan omega-3. But that's just me. I'm not saying you need to do that, and I'm not even saying when I get back to Costa Rica, I'm going to take all those things with me, because down there, I'm getting sun all the time. Down there, I'm getting, good fruits, greens, everything. But, and like I say, in the end, don't be such a fanatic about it, and don't hang on every word of everything that everybody says to you. I had one last thing, and I'll finish with this, an example, when I said low fat. If I'll say something like that, I'll find there will be somebody like on Instagram, from time to time, I'll have almond butter and ice cream. Now, when I'm having a big mound of almond butter and ice cream, I generally will put 2 tablespoons of almond butter in there. Yes, fat and fruit, not ideal. I don't do it that often, and generally when I do that, that'll be my only fat of the day. But there's always somebody that'll see it and they'll want to blow it out. Well, yeah, that's not low fat. You're eating fat, blah 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 blah. And it's like there's context for everything. So anyhow, take all the things that I share on this channel, that I share anywhere on social media, and try to just figure out how they work into your life. I'm not some sort of enlightened being that you need to be trying to emulate or do everything like I do, but just take the things like I'm saying here that I consider very important. You figure out if they're even important to you. Maybe they're not important to you. I never want to have the ego to say, follow me, my way is the way. I'm just showing you what I've been doing for the last 9 years. So anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. Maybe share me from time to time with your friends, and I'll see you guys in a couple of days. Peace.